My people, how's it going? Welcome to the Viktor Wilt Show, Tuesday morning edition. And the internet's making me feel a little bit better about myself today. One of the first things I saw was a thread saying, what video game have you put the most amount of time into? And though I'll admit, I don't feel guilt at the amount of time I've put into Red Dead Redemption 2. It is a lot of time. It's a lot of time. I almost wish Rockstar didn't track that, or Sony, whichever tracks the amount of time you've put into a particular game, because it'll tell you right when you fire the game up. Last I checked, I believe it was 1,181 hours. It's about 49 days. 49 days of my life. Now, to some people, that might seem ridiculous, but I'm not as bad as some of these people who played World of Warcraft or Minecraft or Skyrim. Yeah, I mean, we got guys with, many, many thousands and thousands of hours. So, yeah, I'm not that bad. Can you imagine if, I had won the lottery or something, and all I had to do was enjoy every moment of my free time doing whatever I wanted? I mean, there's only really so much you can do in Red Dead. I've 100%ed the game, which I think it was 0.4% of players have done that. And it's one of the best-selling video games of all time. So once you've 100%ed it, I don't know, what's the other option? Platinuming the game? Platinuming, is that a word? Sure. Let's see what you got to do for Red Dead Redemption 2 Platinum, because that's all I got left. All right, trophy guide. Platinum. All right, this is not a very well thrown together article here. I don't need to know about every trophy in the game. I just want to know about platinum. Okay, maybe that's something better for me to look up in my spare time. Need to start playing a new game. I need to start playing my PC is what I need to do. Got tons of games on that, and the ability to stream online. Total slacker for many months now. I don't know what my problem is. Anyway, just hoping to make you feel a little bit better. Maybe you've got some kind of a hobby that's not much of an accomplishment, like playing video games. If it brought you joy, try to not feel too bad about yourself. Now, if you neglected, your family or your job, I was going to say chores, but I've been neglecting chores for a week or two. I did some laundry recently. Place ain't that bad. Just some dishes piling up. Should probably sweep and mop. All right, anyway. I want to play some video games. That's what I want to do right now. I didn't really want to come to work today, so now I'm really daydreaming about kicking back, watching TV, and playing video games. I know I'm lazy, but I'm kind of old, I got a recliner. If you have a recliner, it's your job to sit in it and fall asleep in it. Yeah, like a typical old man. Highly recommend you get yourself a recliner. They're great. Breaking Benjamin awaken. And what if you were to awaken and you were the last person on Earth? That would suck, wouldn't it? I think it would. It would be lonely. Get lonely really quick. Might take a look around your social media feed and be like, man, these people are annoying. But if you didn't have any people around, I do think it would be, a little bit sad. I don't know, could we have pets around? If you're the last person on Earth, still got cats running around, you need something to keep you company. Well, what would people on the internet do if they woke up and found out they were the last person on Earth? All right, trying to think of what I would do. I mean, right now, I'd have to go, okay, is the power still on? That's going to make a major difference. No electricity, it's time to get, all right? got to move somewhere a little bit warmer. You'd have to find a place with a nice year-round climate that could be tolerated without electricity. I mean, you could get a generator. You're probably going to have enough gas to last a long time. You're going to need to get some fuel stabilizer and things like that. I'm not a big expert on that kind of thing, but you'd need to be able to store the gas for a significant amount of time without it, gumming up. So you move somewhere that, you can tolerate the temperature. I guess if you have a generator, you could do a little bit of entertainment, but I think ultimately I'd just catch up on reading all of those books that I want to read. What else are you going to do? I guess a little bit of exploring. Are the highways going to be, crowded with cars like most post-apocalyptic movies? I don't know. Where did all the people go? Did they all just middle of the night up and kick the bucket? So they're all at home? Oh, it would just stink everywhere. It'd be pretty terrible. Maybe they all just disappeared. They all just vanished. All right, so the cars are in the driveways, roads are wide open. You can do a lot of exploring. I'd say you could get really brave and teach yourself how to fly. All right, I'm going to fly to Europe. Can you imagine? That'd be pretty nerve-wracking, huh? No air traffic control, no nothing. Just, all right, here we go. You wouldn't even know what direction you're going. Sound like a good way to be no longer the last person on Earth. All right, the internet says I'd go to all the pharmacies, load up on my medications and needles, probably get a massive U-Haul truck, load the thing with non-perishable food and water and any weapons, clothing, first aid batteries, etc. Then head south for possible good weather. Spend my time learning everything I can until the end of times. All right. Yep, that's actually a pretty logical response, huh? Similar to me with the go find nice weather. You do need some food and stuff. Now, canned goods can last for a pretty long time. But I should probably do research into what foods last the longest just to begin with. You never know if we're going to get hit by a meteor or something. Time to stockpile, huh? Okay, what else here? Time to go exploring. A grand life of adventure awaits. I don't know. I still think if you didn't have any other people around, it would suck. You've seen that movie with Tom Hanks where he's stranded on a desert island, right? You'd make friends with a volleyball. It's just what's going to happen. You got to have somebody to talk to. I hear someone cry for a while. All right. Oh, look at this daredevil. I would go check the mail butt naked. Yeah. Why would you need to check the mail, though? Wouldn't that be great? No more bills showing up. Hey, my debt's been wiped out. There would be some stress relief to being the last person on Earth. But I don't know. I think I'd rather have debt and people around than no debt and be the last person on Earth. This person, I'd spend the rest of my life looking for other people. Well, if you're the last person on Earth, it's fruitless, all right? The question was if you're the last person on Earth. That means there are no other people. Sorry to ruin your dreams, whatever internet user that was. Hey, what's up? It's Viktor Wilt. And I swear the internet is going to kill my brain. People, you have got to learn how to use Google. Or if you don't trust Google, I don't know, Firefox, DuckDuckGo. Do we need a quick lesson on how to use an internet search engine? Let's give it a go here. All right. Have you used a web browser before? I know if you're only familiar with using social media on your phone, Facebook or Twitter or whatever, maybe you haven't fired up Safari or Chrome. Well, these are apps you can use to search for information online. Okay, so as you're scrolling Facebook, if you see a post that says, Chris Stapleton has filed an official objection to Beyoncé's Grammy win, with a quote from Chris Stapleton saying, country music has a rich history, and a distinct sound that deserves to be recognized and celebrated. We need to ensure that the awards reflect the true essence of the genre and honor those who have dedicated their lives to it. If you see a post like that and you go, I don't know, sounds like that could possibly be fake. What you do is you fire up that web browser I mentioned and you punch Chris Stapleton, Beyonce into the search bar, and then you go to news, and you see if any credible news sources are talking about this story, this post. And then when you find out that, no, this isn't anywhere aside from a Facebook post, you won't be one of the 150,000 people who click like, who give it a heart, or comment on it. Like the post I'm staring at right now from Country Music for You on Facebook. People just make things up. You know, the graphic, sure, it looks official enough, but it's completely fake. It's complete nonsense. And at this point, close to 150,000 people have liked, commented, given it a heart. There were like 100 with the laugh react to this completely manufactured story. And you start going through the comments and people are just fighting with each other. And way to go, Chris. Way to go, man. Why is it so hard for people to see if information is real? This is why the world is in the place it's in nowadays. Because people will just believe anything without questioning. Yeah? I was brought up to question authority, things like that. Now people think that questioning authority means that you just ignore whatever side politically you don't agree with. No. Question everything. You can't just believe everything that pops in front of your face. I mean, I've seen a lot of interviews with Chris Stapleton. He's not the guy who's going to come out and stir up controversy over a Grammy win, all right? He's a well-respected and talented songwriter. I don't think he's going to raise a ruckus over a Grammy win and file an official objection. Oh, I need to get my lawyers in here. I need to sit down and we got to write this out. Make sure to send out a press release to everyone. Yeah, I didn't get a press release as the person in charge of music on the Hawk. Yeah, no news coming my way like, hey, did you see what Chris Stapleton said? Because he didn't say it. 150,000 people on Facebook. 150,000. That many people that did not take 2 seconds to use Google. And they're probably sharing it. How many shares? Almost 7,000 shares for something completely made up. Do you think that's the only time that happens when it comes to information online? No, people share all kinds of fake information online all the time. Just do a little bit of Googling, people. A tiny bit. Anyway, sorry. It just annoys me so much how stupid the internet is making people. Let's take a look at my friends down the hall's website, eastidahonews.com. See what's going on over there, huh? We could dig into some local news. We could, I'm not even going to do it. Not going to get into some of the topics because, boy, is there a lot of arguing going on online. Let's see. What can we talk about? How about animals that need a home? Yeah, that's nice and positive. You should go check out the Pet of the Week at eastidahonews.com. Look, this wasn't a featured animal. They were just talking about why you should get your pet spayed or neutered. They had a picture of a cat. I was like, does this cat need a home? I need a third cat. I don't need a third cat. I would get one if I could afford it. But cats are expensive. then I got to go through that whole, getting them to be used to each other process. I think I'm pretty good with the two that seem to like each other. But anyway, both of them are fixed. You should get your pets fixed because then we don't end up with unwanted pets that don't have homes. And also, your pet's not going to run off. If it's a male cat, it's not going to spray all over your house. There are tons of great reasons to get your pet fixed. So if you would like to find out more, you should go to the Pet of the Week section at eastidahonews.com and watch the brief video about pets getting spayed or neutered and why it's important. All right? Do it. And then get yourself a pet. Pets are good company. I think I would go completely insane if I didn't have my cats around the house to talk to. All right? Be cooped up just by myself, staring at the TV, nothing to take care of. It wouldn't be good. I need some kind of thing to be responsible to. So maybe you do as well. Now, don't just dive in and get a pet. It's a commitment. And it's like a, potentially 20-year commitment to get a cat or a dog. So, don't just haphazardly get a pet. There's a lot of bills you're going to have to handle. There's the food, all kinds of stuff. It's not cheap, but it is worth it if you can afford to do so. But if you're going to, get them fixed, all right? All right, looks like I found a nice list of family-friendly movies that the internet thinks all children should watch while growing up. Figured we'd do a nice wholesome break here. And maybe you can take notes, because I know it can be hard in this day and age to find movies that, enrich the lives of your family and your children and, bring a little bit of bright, cheery sunshine and rainbows into your existence. So let's roll through some of these movies here and see what we've got. The Macaulay Culkin classic, My Girl. You remember that from when you were a kid? I was a big fan of Macaulay Culkin when I was a kid. I'm sure because of the movie Home Alone. It's a classic. It's great. So I don't remember how long after Home Alone My Girl came out, but I remember seeing that movie. Anyone who's seen that movie may be starting to understand what I'm doing with this break here. These are not movies you should show your children. My Girl's a horrible movie. Jeez. Now, this is a list of movies that freaked people out as kids and, ruined their existence. I don't want to spoil My Girl if you haven't seen it. I don't know if that's a movie that stands the test of time either. I don't think it's no Home Alone. But we'll just say it doesn't have a very happy ending. Especially if you're a Macaulay Culkin fan. Yeah, what other movies terrified people when they were young? Return to Oz? I don't know if I ever saw that movie. I mean, The Wizard of Oz was weird enough. Return to Oz, huh? A lot of people on here saying that movie severely disturbed them. So put that on your list of movies to show the kids. The original It miniseries. Now, I would think that the newer It movie would probably scare kids a little bit more, but I don't know. There's a grittiness to the old TV miniseries, and they did match the book a little bit better with the miniseries, even though I think the movies are better movies. They're more fun to watch. I know I watched that as a kid, and I turned out just fine. Oh, somebody put the one that was definitely the most frightening movie to me as a kid. Pet Sematary. That movie terrified me. That movie messed me up when I was a kid. Why did I watch it as a kid? I don't know. It's probably easier nowadays for kids to watch movies that they shouldn't. Back then you had to get your hands on a VHS tape. Somebody had to have it, And then you had to get away with sneaking the tape and watching it late at night. It wasn't as simple as, hurry, exit out. Get into, something else on streaming, quick. No, the tape would be in the VCR. You'd be busted. Final Destination. All right, I didn't watch that as a kid because it came out when I was no longer a kid. I don't know if that would scare me as a kid. Maybe if I had an upcoming flight Though right now, I was actually talking with Stuart about this a few minutes ago. I don't know if I'd be flying anywhere right now. You know, when we got a plane crash every day, kind of unnerving for a guy who's not a big fan of air travel anyway. Just, everybody be safe out there. It's really sad what's been going on with the flight situation. Okay, here's a movie I need to rewatch. Haven't seen it since I was a teenager, but I always see it pop up in like really terrifying movie lists. Fire in the Sky. It's an alien abduction movie. I think it took place in Arizona, if I remember right. Well, a lot of people said it horrified them as a child. This movie has hung around in my subconscious for my entire life. Oh, all right. Might have to give that one a watch. Edward Scissorhands. I remember that movie making me feel uncomfortable when I was a kid. I don't know what about it, but it weirded me out. I mean, it's a weird movie, for sure. It's a man with scissors as hands. Anyway, I don't know. Might have to give it another watch. The Sixth Sense? Is that supposed to be that scary? I don't remember it being scary. Poltergeist, I remember being scary. And then all right, I'm not the only one who was terrified by All Dogs Go to Heaven. Somebody put that in there. What movie freaked you out as a kid and ruined you? All Dogs Go to Heaven. I hated that movie as a kid. It terrified me. It was so scary. All right, anyway. I could keep going through this list. I'm glad I'm not the only one. You know, the never-ending story, I think everybody's a little bit bothered by that one. Ernest Scared Stupid. Now, come on. Come on. How could Ernest terrify you? Digging into the wackiest news of the day. Freak news with me, Viktor Wilt. Let's partay. All right. 2 arrested for using a meth cannon at a Louisiana prison. Okay, I'm guessing they were using like a t-shirt cannon outside of the prison and just blasting meth into the correctional facility. Let's see here. Yes, matter of fact, it was an air cannon. Looks like a t-shirt cannon to me. And apparently these guys tried to get about $112,000 worth of tobacco and $90,000 worth of meth inside of the jail, just shooting them over the fence. Yep. All right, I know that cigarettes have gotten to be really expensive, but that's still a lot of cigarettes. You'd think that the guards are going to notice the constant cigarette rain just pouring down into the yard. Anyway, they're in jail, as you would expect. Morons, man. Don't do meth, kids. Makes you make pretty stupid decisions. Woman shot in the face with a crossbow. What? All right, that's grisly news. So let's see. The police department responded to a 911 call reporting a woman who was seriously injured at her job. What's her job? The article doesn't say. They just say it's a business on Route 46 East in New Jersey. I want to know what kind of job you just got a crossbow hanging out at. I mean, I'm glad she's in stable condition, hopefully going to be okay. Yeah, officers arrived, found she'd been shot in the face with a crossbow, and then the suspect fled. Who even has a crossbow? Has anyone ever seen a crossbow in real life? I mean, we've seen them in movies, we've seen them in video games, but do you know anybody who has a crossbow? I'm sure one of you, firearms enthusiasts who listen to this show, I bet one of you's got a crossbow, don't you? I don't know. It seems like it might be kind of neat to shoot a crossbow. It's got to be easier to hit your target than a regular bow. Yeah. As you'd probably guess, this guy, not very skilled with a bow. Well, what else do we have here? A NASA update. There's now a 2.6% chance, I should say, that an asteroid will hit Earth in 2032. And that's up from 2.2% yesterday. Now, 2.6 doesn't sound like a lot, but what about 1 in 38 odds? That sounds like a lot better chance of an asteroid hitting Earth. Don't look up, everybody. Well, day by day, I kind of go, what's it going to take to fix this planet? Things seem to be falling apart. Asteroid! I'm not cheering for an asteroid to hit Earth, okay? Just playing. But there's a 1 in 38 chance it's going to happen. That 2.6 sounds like such a lower probability. It's weird how stats and words work on the mind. So anyway, don't worry about it. You still got 7 years till an asteroid might wipe us all out. You ever watched any YouTube videos about what would happen if an asteroid hit Earth? I watched one just the other day. Always going back to the natural disaster videos. I was watching one about earthquakes, and it just led to what happens if a meteor hits Earth. It showed a meteor hitting New York City. It didn't look very good, people. Didn't look very good. So, 7 years. 7 years to go. All right. I'll save some of this other freak news for later on the program. But there you go. Hope you liked it. All right. I was just looking at an article about a wine from the past. This was a wine that, according to the article, a lot of famous people really enjoyed. Thomas Edison drank it to keep himself awake while working on new inventions. Ulysses S. Grant partook while writing his memoirs. Famous authors like Jules Verne, Henrik Ibsen, and Robert Louis Stevenson, also big fans, as well as Pope Leo XIII, who endorsed it and gave the creator of the wine a medal as thanks for creating the drink. This was wine with cocaine in it. Coca Mariani. That's right. We need to go back to the old days. That's what I see people saying all the time. Yeah, now I see why you're saying that, huh? Like things better in the past, huh? I want to be able to pound my wine and stay up all night. Jeez. You remember Four Loko? You know why they banned it? That was just caffeine and booze, okay? Yeah, I'm looking at the awards gold medal in recognition of benefits received from Vin Mariani. Yeah, I mean, a straight up award from the Pope for cocaine wine. Well, anyway, yeah, I guess eventually people were like, maybe we shouldn't be doing all this cocaine. And then prohibition happened and it went away. But yeah, that's how it used to be in the past. I've always wondered how people survived back in the day. Yeah. You watch those documentaries about the Wild West. It's like, man, that would suck. It's got to be so brutal. People were just pounding this. They were completely blasted out of their minds. It's the only way they got by in life. Good to be living in the modern times where all you need is a gigantic water bottle and your hydro homies, and you're good to go. You can survive. Just get online and trash people who enjoy soda. All right, dudes, you having a problem? Picking up a lady? Well, maybe you need to start writing. Yeah. Need to start writing books. True crime books. The ladies love it, at least according to criminologist David Wilson. He's like, I'm 67 years old, but all the ladies still want me because I'm an expert in serial killers. Yeah. This guy, he's written a variety of books, has worked with some of Britain's most notorious offenders of the last 30 years. All kinds of violent, horrible people. So he goes out on these book tours and he's like, yeah, I'm always getting phone numbers and stuff. One woman came up to me on the book tour and was like, ooh, I regard you as my murder daddy. I don't know, to me, that kind of phrase would be a little bit of a red flag. Now, I enjoy true crime. I like watching true crime documentaries, and so does my lady. So that's great. But I don't know if she was like, you're my murder daddy. And I mean, to me, it's weird anytime. Even if the word murder wasn't in there, I don't know. To me, it's weird. The daddy thing. We've talked about it with guys calling politicians daddy. I think it's just as weird if a lady calls their man daddy. It's just, I don't know, creepy to me. Creepy and unsettling. So murder daddy, take it to the next level. But again, if you're having problems, I don't know, finding someone who's interested in you, maybe you need to start listening to more Last Podcast on the Left, start a blog or something. Facebook page dedicated to serial killers, I don't know. Try to appear to be some kind of an expert, and I don't know, some weird women will show up, apparently. It's working out for, what was this guy's name again? David Wilson? He's old, he's 67. I mean, he could be lying. We've talked plenty about lies on the internet already today, but I don't know, I'm just trying to give you dudes some tips. Yeah. The pictures of yourself holding up a fish on your social media page, it ain't working. Got to be holding up a copy of Helter Skelter, something like that. Not sure if you're aware, but just because a movie says based on a true story doesn't mean it needs to be accurate pretty much whatsoever. Yeah, there's a lot of movies out there based on a true story, and when you actually dive into the facts, you're like, wait a minute. This is nothing like the movie that I saw. Trying to think of a specific example, but I'll leave it up to the internet to find some for me. Apparently, the Bohemian Rhapsody movie taking insane liberties with the facts, according to one poster here, and they linked a YouTube video. So you have a
Freddie Mercury bio.
I'm not going to take the time to watch here. Oh, I guess it was Screen Rant making fun of the Bohemian Rhapsody movie with a pitch meeting. Kind of like if you ever saw the Key and Peele video where they were talking about the pitch for Gremlins 2. It's kind of a legendary internet video. Very funny. Just throwing everything at the wall. Well, I haven't seen the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. Why? I don't know. I don't know why I haven't got around to watching that. But I guess not very accurate. So there was one I watched a while back. Oh, I want to say it had Denzel Washington. And it was a movie about a New York, I think it was a cocaine dealer. And it was one of these mob movies. And, you know, afterward, I was like, wow, this is wild. I got to Google and find out more. And so much of the movie was just not true whatsoever. This person posted The Irishman. Similar to Catch Me If You Can, in that the mobster who took credit and wrote the book succeeded in convincing folks just to sell copies. One of the agents who investigated Jimmy Hoffa's murder specifically said there was no way he was the killer, and other mobsters said he was a low-level enforcer with big drug problems. Yeah, Catch Me If You Can. That's another movie that, when I watched it, I'm like, this is unbelievable. And apparently with good reason. I mean, all you have to really do to say based on a true story is like, okay, there was a person who lived with that name. This movie's based on a true story. Yeah. So, kind of like what I talked about earlier with don't just believe everything you see online. Don't just believe everything you see in the movie theater. All right? Or at home. All right, let's see what others we got. The Blind Side. I haven't seen that movie, but apparently pretty exaggerated. Let's see here. Cool Runnings took a lot of liberties. The main characters weren't based on the real bobsledders, nor was John Candy's character. Hey, you know, there was a Jamaican bobsled team. We don't really need to say any of the facts. Let's just make a movie out of it. Based on a true story. Well, at least we know that Weird Al, the Al Yankovic story, is 100% accurate, according to this user. Why haven't I watched that movie? Isn't it on some weird service like Roku streaming or something that, like, nobody watches? Anyway. What's up, Peaches? We're just talking movies that say based on a true story that are completely inaccurate.
Yeah, I know Michael Orr of The Blind Side, the player that it's based off of.
he supposedly got made fun of by other players in the NFL for that movie, and he regretted it ever since.
Nah, I've never seen that movie.
It's a great movie. Even if you're not a fan of football, you should definitely watch it.
Well, it's fake, Peaches. It's not real. But either are most of the great movies in existence. So it's just funny how they'll slap that on a movie, and it doesn't really have to mean anything.
They'll do that with like Paranormal Activity, just you're like, wait, that can happen to me?
Yeah, somebody said it.
Yeah.
This one person told me this happened.
Right.
Like, I think The Conjuring's that way, based on a true story.
We could have the Viktor Wilt movie and all of a sudden say you got, shot in Burley or something like that.
Hey.
You used to, I don't know,
deal
drugs.
That would be, getting shot in Burley would be totally believable.
Right.
Braveheart, the most egregious by far, according to the internet.
I've never even seen that. My parents hated it. That's like every single time I ask them, like, what movie do you wholeheartedly hate? Braveheart.
Really? Mm-hmm. It's a good movie. It's been a long time since I saw it. That's an interesting one to hate. Huh. Oh, I mentioned The Conjuring. Anything that has to do with Ed and Lorraine Warren, from Amityville Horror to Annabelle, it was just a money-making scheme between them and the lawyers, according to this internet user. I've actually listened to a lot of podcasts and watched documentaries about Ed and Lorraine Warren. I don't think they were very great people, for one. And, the movies, they're entertainment. They're entertainment. And they're good entertainment. They're fun. But Ed and Lorraine Warren, a couple of dirtbags, from what I understand about them. Let's see here. The Greatest Showman.
No kidding.
I didn't know that was supposed to be based on a true story.
Hugh Jackman didn't break out into song in real life? Oh, wait, no, he probably did.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, there's a lot of profanity in this person's post, so I don't even want to attempt to read it and accidentally swear on air. Rudy, A Million Little Pieces, American Sniper.
Oh, yeah, I heard a bunch of stuff about that American Sniper movie. I've seen it.
Bloodsport.
It's okay.
Now, I didn't think Bloodsport was supposed to be based on a true story.
Is that with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. All right, get out of here. We're in the depths of winter. It's never ending during the month of February. It's brutal. So it's a good time to leave if you can. Just be cautious. There's a lot of bugs going around. Seems like everybody I know who's traveled recently picked something up. Daughter's been sick for a week. Anyway, if you're looking to get out of town, you want to go somewhere fun, right? Well, let's take a look at the most entertaining cities in the U.S. Now, they base these on a variety of things like numbers of museums, arcades, and casinos. Now, you throw casinos in the mix. Obviously, Vegas is going to get a fair edge on the competition, and Vegas came in as the most perfect entertaining city of all time. Now, there are a lot of things I want to see in Vegas. I never get to do the fun attractions and such when I go there. Tend to be there for work or some type of specific activity. So the most fun I tend to have is, wandering around, people watching. Need to go hit up that mob museum like I've talked about before, or the Haunted Museum, or Area 15. Well, anyway, there are other places where you can have a good time. Might not be surprising that New York would come in at number 2 on this list. And then you kind of go down, and it's a lot of big cities: Philadelphia, Chicago, Cincinnati, Washington, Seattle, Minneapolis. But then I saw, at number 12, Tucson, Arizona. Now, I've been to Tucson one time to move my friend Joey the Hulk Lobato back to Idaho. So I wouldn't say I actually got to see Tucson. We rolled in late at night, got up early in the morning, and left. But it didn't scream one of the most exciting places in America, even though I liked it. I like Arizona in general. So, Tucson, more fun than Phoenix? Now, what's funny is this article, as you scroll down, mentions that from a different website, in October last year, Tucson was rated one of the most boring cities in America. Yeah, Lots of Arizona cities on the most boring small cities list. Gilbert, Chandler, Glendale. Those are all like Phoenix suburbs. Wow, I want to see the list of the most boring places, just period. Let's find out here. Most boring U.S. cities. What's at the top of the list? North Las Vegas. I don't think that should even count, all right? It's still part of Las Vegas. It's like, when somebody talked about L.A. and they're like, hey, listen, L.A. is a very specific place. You can't count Venice Beach as part of L.A. It's its own city. Santa Monica's its own city. It's all L.A., all right? It's all L.A. Just like Gilbert is Phoenix. Sorry. Henderson, Nevada. All right, listen. That's Vegas, all right? I mean, looking at this list of boring places, they don't tend to be places I would want to go. Hialeah, Florida, Garland, Texas, Arlington. But, they could be in the vicinity of somewhere really cool, Like Aurora, Colorado. What's that by? Is that close to somewhere cool like Denver? I don't know. Let's pull it up on the map. Aurora, Colorado. Let's zoom out. That's a Denver suburb. It's not technically Denver, so it's boring. And it'll be like saying, Chubbuck's not a college town. Chubbuck's Pocatello. Sorry, Chubbuck residents. And the same goes for you, Ammon. You're Idaho Falls. All right? Oh! The mayor of Chubbuck and the mayor of Ammon furious with me right now. But come on, let's say you got a friend who lives in another state and you live in Ammon. Are you going to say, when they're like, hey, where'd you move to? Are you going to go Ammon? No, you're going to say the name of the place that people know. Maybe. Maybe even a maybe where it is. Idaho Falls. All right, anyway. I'm just daydreaming about going somewhere fun. I've never been to Denver. I think it's probably a garbage time of year to go to Denver right now. Right now it's all about Southern California, Phoenix, Vegas, places where the weather's nice. Maybe Florida. I don't know. Never been to Florida either. I'd go check it out. It's the Viktor Wilt Show, joined by Peaches. Laughing off air a little bit about movies that couldn't be made today, I'm sure. Can you imagine if they made Mrs. Doubtfire today? Have you ever seen the fake horror trailer for Mrs. Doubtfire online?
I haven't, no.
Okay, so somebody took clips from the movie and they made the trailer as if it was a horror movie. And it is a weird story, You got this dad, dressing up as an old lady so he's able to see his kids. I mean, it was a classic when I was younger. But can you imagine? Robin Williams, canceled immediately. Oh, people would lose their minds if that movie came out today.
I'm trying to figure out what other movies would really offend people. Blazing Saddles, that's the classic one that if you saw that today.
That's different. That's for some of the humor in it, not just the overall plot.
Oh.
Like we were talking about White Chicks off air. That one would definitely drive people crazy. How could these guys from Scary Movie be pushing this kind of agenda on everybody?
I know Scary Movie 6 coming out next year. I wonder what Marlon Wayans is going to do. That's a tough name to say. Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of makes me laugh that you happened to mention White Chicks because you were working on some imaging and trying to find some fun classic quotes from movies from the 90s.
Yeah, for Alt 101.
Yeah. So I've mentioned that I've been watching Drag Race a lot. It's like an easy go-to. It's just funny. I feel bad for people who can't laugh at guys dressing up as women because it's hilarious. And, you think back, I mean, how many of the, classic actors were in some type of a movie back in the day where they dressed up as women? Like, wasn't there a TV show where Tom Hanks played a woman or, a man dressed as a woman so he could get away with... I can't remember what the deal was, but I think it was like a sitcom or something. Maybe it was a movie. But man, the show just makes me laugh so much. Like anybody who saw me on Halloween dressed up as a woman one time, I mean, I was hideous and it was so funny. Oh, Bosom Buddies.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if I can say the name of it. I was just like,
you can say bosom,
I never know what the rules around here.
you know. Now, if they had called it Boobs Buddies, I don't know.
Wow, Victor going off the rails.
I'm going crazy. I said boobs on air. Yeah, everybody's offended by those. Yeah, I don't know. It's just funny because any of those things, if they came out now, it would, even though nobody blinked, like back when they were new, nobody thought anything about it. It's just weird, the type of things that drive people crazy now. I'm telling you. You know, you don't have to tell your friends or anything. Sit down and watch a few episodes of Drag Race. It's so hilarious. There's just something about dudes going all out to dress up as women that is so funny to me.
And they do it better than most people.
Oh yeah, it's a performance.
Yeah,
you know, it's like any other kind of acting or anything. All right, we might have somebody getting mad at us.
I found
here.
ChatGPT a list of the movies that could not work today if they were made today. Tropic Thunder's one of them.
Okay, yeah, and that goes back to some of the humor in it.
Right. Yeah.
K-Bear, you're live on the show. Please keep that in mind. Who's this?
Ooh, this is Scott. Morning, Victor.
Morning, Scott. What's up?
So I got another one for you. Tu Wong Fu.
You know, and I've never seen that movie. Let me pull up the info on
Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and John Leguizamo as drag queens.
Oh, dude, that sounds very, very bothersome.
That's funny.
Very, whoa, okay, that is Wesley Snipes dressed up as a woman. Yeah, he kind of looked like me dressed as a woman. Not very good.
Isn't he like a tough dude? Like you wouldn't expect him to strap on a wig?
He's Blade, man. He kills vampires. And Patrick Swayze as well. Oh, man. And this is, I don't know when the movie was made, but, something about the older hairstyles just make these guys look even more ridiculous.
I know Jimmy Fallon has a whole character. He goes like, "Ew," and he's dressed up as a lady with the whole wig. Remember that?
No, I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Just, I wish people could get back to laughing at such things, because that's one of the things that the drag queens in Drag Race say is like one of the best things about drag is it's funny.
On this list here
it's
says
funny and ridiculous.
Also, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Does
Ace Ventura dress up as? Oh no, one of the characters.
One of the characters.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, man. Well, Tu Wong Fu. Wouldn't have thought of that one. Thanks for the call, Scott, and hope you've been well.
You bet. You too. Have a good day, Victor.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, this episode of Drag Race I was watching last night had me rolling. There's this, a large black man. He's big, just built big, and he's an opera singer. Comes out, I mean, this would be like, he looked like your size, Peaches. He's tall, he's built big, he's wearing this big floofy dress, comes out, and he's singing opera.
One of the hardest things you could do.
Oh, yeah, and he's doing it live. And then they've got these fake words being put up on a screen, supposedly translating the lyrics to this opera song. I can't say what they said, but clearly not the real words. And it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And he won the challenge.
Oh, good.
Well deserved.
You should honestly watch this show that I just started. Episode 1's out now. It just started. I don't know if you're familiar with Drewski at all.
Drewski, I don't know.
He started this whole game show called Can't Buy Me Love or something like that, or I forgot, it's Can't Buy Me Something or Can't Something.
Okay.
But the host is a guy named Caleb Presley. He used to do those really funny interviews, but they're trying to find Drewski, the love of his life, and they'll win $50,000, and all these women get brought in via bus, and some of them are just completely wacky.
Okay. So you can't remember the name of the show, though? Huh?
It's on YouTube. You just look up Drewski,
YouTube.
and then it'll
all right. I'll have to dig in and check it out. I haven't heard of that one.
It's just wild from the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know. I've gotten bored with a lot of entertainment, so anything that's like just bonkers, I've really been enjoying. So there's my TV recommendations for you. But Mrs. Doubtfire, shame, shame. It's the Viktor Wilt Show, hanging out with Peaches, talking live music.
That's right. Check out that concert calendar. I don't work on it for just my pleasure.
So you say. So you say. Yeah, lots of great shows coming up.
I'm so
and
upset.
a lot of good shows getting announced as well. You know, Dropkick Murphys coming back. Well, sort of coming back. They're coming to Pocatello at the amphitheater. That's going to be fun.
With an even better opener, in my opinion. Take that, Pennywise. No, I'm just
Whoa.
kidding. But Pennywise was a lot of fun last time. I've seen Bad Religion live.
Who else was at that show? Oh, it was, what were they called? The Scratch.
The Scratch. I played them yesterday on the show because some guy on Facebook was like, hey, could you play more of The Scratch on K-Bear? And so
The Scratch was great.
Had to,
They
you know?
they were awesome. Pennywise was fun. I mean, punk shows are some of the best shows because the vibes are just good. Punk crowds are awesome. Everybody's having fun. So I'm stoked to go see Dropkick Murphys again and see him in Pocatello at the amphitheater. And you never know, we might give away some tickets for that one.
I would love to interview the lead singer of Bad Religion. He's a professor as well at UCLA.
Is that the owner of Epitaph Records?
Is he also
Brett,
the owner?
What's his name?
Is he
Hold
really
on.
the owner of Epitaph Records as well?
I believe so, which...
That's a killer career right there. Vocalist of Bad Religion, professor at UCLA, owner of Epitaph Records.
I do believe that the front man of Bad Religion owns, Epitaph. Brett Gurewitz, maybe he's not the front man, maybe he's the guitarist. I'm sorry, Bad Religion fans. A big shame upon me for not knowing who does what. Guitar and backing vocal, so he's not the front man.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, he does own Epitaph Records.
Wow.
So getting him on the line probably wouldn't be too tough, Peaches. We've got good friends at Epitaph. Epitaph likes us a lot. So, yeah, that's going to be great, man. Going to be an awesome show. And for all those impatient people out there, remember, like Peaches posted online on a comment, it's only February. So I know a lot of country shows have been announced at the various venues around here, but stay patient. I guarantee they're working on more rock and metal shows because the rock and metal shows have done very well. So just take a deep breath. You don't need to go in the comments section on every venue's post and go,
Yeah, there's some people out there, man. I would love to see some of these people try to run a venue. They would crash and burn immediately.
There's a reason not very many people are concert promoters. It's a ton of work.
I replied
It's a ton of work.
I replied back to some lady, and I ended up deleting it because I felt so bad.
Well, that's good, Peaches.
She was like, "Oh, look, another D-list act or something like that," and I'm like, "Hey, get your A-list, get Ronnie Radke on the phone, tell him to come back or something like that." Or I said, like, get AC/DC on the phone, tell them to come to East Idaho. Oh wait, you can't. And I just deleted the comment after that.
Yeah, we don't have a stadium here yet. Probably going to be a few years till we get the East Idaho Stadium
But
built.
that's when they take over the farmland and then, convert that into a massive parking lot with stadium.
Yes.
And that's when we just get public outrage and, we supposedly are turning into Los Angeles. Out
I
of all
know.
places.
Yeah, we're growing so crazy.
I know
here.
our population just hit 3 mil. We're hoping for 4 by next month.
Right here in Idaho Falls.
Right here, just in
3
Idaho
million.
Falls alone. Pocatello, 800,000. We'll get there to 2.5 million pretty soon.
That's right. We're going to be market number 20 at any moment now.
That'd be great. Sure.
We'd get a lot more shows.
Yeah.
But
The
the
more the
traffic
merrier.
would suck. Traffic would suck.
But also, like, Victor, you got to think about it. The more people here, the more listeners we could potentially have.
That's true. That's true. We can always use more listeners. Reminder, we have an app, people. So if you were unaware, you can download the K-Bear app and listen to us from anywhere on the planet. I got a message from Bryce today, who's up in Spokane, and he was talking about how their rock station does not compare. So he's streaming us.
Shout out, Bryce.
And, that's one of the better rock stations in the country, KHTQ in Spokane.
I was about to say, I feel like I know their rock radio station.
Yeah, I saw that they were hiring the other day, as a
Oh, yeah?
matter
You
of
gonna
fact. No,
Be
I don't.
closer to your daughter?
I would be closer to my daughter, but I'd be in Spokane.
Yeah. And have my friend Rob, who's also a newscaster in that city.
Spokane, I've driven through. It's okay, but I don't know. I think that Spokane and Coeur d'Alene are a little bit overrated. And that's,
Whoa.
going kind of bold
Whoa.
for Idaho. Sure, the lake is beautiful.
That's a
all
statement
right?
like, Jay's going to come back, next week or whatever and be like, hey, listen, Victor, you can't be saying that type of stuff. Know your audience. Type of
Yeah,
messaging.
I don't know. It just, and I'm sure you know how radio pays. I don't know, listeners. Maybe I should look into how much it pays.
If they pay you
What if they paid me tons of
$120,000 a year.
$120 a year?
Yeah.
I know it's a little more expensive to live in Spokane than here. would it be worth it to live in Spokane at 120 grand? I mean, I can't imagine they'd pay that.
Even better, LA offers you $250,000.
Oh, I'd do it in a second.
To program iHeartMedia in its entirety.
Oh, but iHeart? No.
Yeah, you have to work like 90 hours a week.
Yeah, no. I thought you were just going to say LA 250 grand. I'd go, oh, sure, because, yeah, but LA,
what else
you
is
don't
there?
have to put up with winter.
iHeart's the only option.
There's a lot of different companies.
Odyssey is barely surviving. You see the CFO and the CFO, I think it was the CEO as well, they both stepped down and resigned.
Yeah, which is good for Odyssey. Get that crew out of there, and maybe they can improve it. But like KLOS, that's Morello Media. You know, there's a variety of media companies there.
Not Morello, but KLOS just sucks.
Yeah, you know. Unfortunately, when it comes to radio stations, most of them are, you know, the playlist isn't very good.
I'm sorry, the classic rock playlist is so repetitive. I know exactly what's going to happen.
Well, coming up next, AC/DC. No, actually, this song should be on classic rock radio, but people don't understand that listeners age. You know, I'm a 42-year-old man, okay? I'm on the upper end of a classic rock demographic as far as sales goes.
You know what's funny? I was born in 1996, and I'm nearly 30.
All right, Peaches, I've told you I follow this cat advice subreddit. Some of the posts that pop up on here, people are so weird.
I saw you posted some like ancient Japanese like samurai walking his cat in 900 BC.
Did you read the caption to
No,
it?
I should.
It was on my story, wasn't it?
No, it was on your official profile.
Facebook?
Yeah, just as a post.
All right, let me pull that up because it was pretty cool, and I don't remember exactly what it said. It was about this Japanese emperor who got a new black cat. So we'll get to this weird post in a minute here, but it says, on the auth day of the second month of the first year of the Campo era, taking a moment of my free time, I wish to express my joy of the cat. It arrived by boat as a gift to the late emperor, received by the hands of Minamoto no Kawashi. The color of the fur is peerless. None could find words to describe it, although one said it was reminiscent of the deepest ink. It has an air about it, similar to Kano. Its length is 5 sun, and its height is 6 sun. I affixed a bow about its neck, but it did not remain for long. In rebellion, it narrows its eyes and extends its needles. It shows its back. And he just keeps going on. And then at the end says, I am convinced it is superior to all other cats. Emperor Udo. And it's got the great art with him walking his cat on a leash. It's from the year 889. Yeah, I felt a kinship with that emperor because that's what I feel every day when I go home. Oh, look at the kitties! Come here!
Look at the void. I know I've been thinking about it. Every time I see a cat video, I'm like, I really wish I could get one right now.
Yeah, I mean, it does take a little bit of dough, but...
The litter, the food, the vet treatments, what I'm worried about. You know, Luna, my parents' cat, just had a cyst on the back of her neck that kept growing, so they get it surgically removed. And
yeah, I've never tried the pet insurance. I know it's a thing you can get, and I've read good things about it. You know, if you adopt a cat, get one from the shelter.
Right, of course.
And then, you know, generally the adoption includes all the initial shots and getting it fixed and all that stuff. That'll save you tons of money. Me getting a cat from Lieutenant Crane... I had to just pay for all of that stuff full price, and it was expensive.
I'm more so afraid I'm going to end up like Cartman, just scream, bad kitty!
No kitty, that's my pet cat, kitty! It's hard. I don't even yell at my cats, even when they, you know, might make a mess or something, you know what I mean? I don't go, Copa, wrong with you? Why don't you use your litter box? Bad boy, bad dog.
You throw the chancla at the cat.
So this post that made me laugh on Reddit was, new roommate has a cat and I don't know how to act. I've never really interacted with pets before longer than a few seconds, so I'm kind of awkward with her and just kind of ignore her or keep to myself, but she's been making an effort, sleeping on my lap, coming to my room. What can I do? Give it a little scritches. Give it some scratches.
Well, you let it sniff you first.
Let it sniff you.
Because you never know with these cats, they can just bite you.
But if a cat bites, it doesn't hurt that bad.
I know, but I'm saying like they don't trust you just yet.
Yeah, but she's saying it's jumping on her lap and stuff like that, so it's already being friendly.
Oh, yeah.
So you just pet it and talk to it.
Don't cats also know when you fear them, and they'll try their best to just antagonize you?
I don't know, because I've never been afraid of cats. Dogs, it seems like they can sense unease. Yeah, they seem to know if you're a little bit nervous.
And dogs, for the most part, are the friendly ones.
They're pretty friendly.
Unlike the little chihuahuas, those guys are terrors.
But I don't know, for some reason when I was younger, dogs didn't like me. Like if I was riding my bike. You ever get chased by a dog on your bike? It's terrifying, dude.
What breed was it? Do you know? Do you remember it all?
Just big.
Oh, if it's a big dog, usually those are the nicest ones.
But they also run the fastest when they're chasing you on a bicycle. They got longer legs. And yeah, I think I wrecked on my bike. And then the dog was like, oh, well,
what a moron.
Guess that guy learned his lesson for coming near my yard.
Lifts one leg.
That would have been the ultimate embarrassment. Oh, jeez. Thank you again for tuning in to the Viktor Wilt Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.